Hey everyone, welcome back to video 2 of the S15 project. As you can see, the car does look a little different from the previous video. I have removed the AVS Model 5 wheels and replaced them with these 17x9 plus 18 Rager Masters. I bought some brand new tyres for them. They were Kumo Extras 235/45/17 for that meaty tyre look. On today's video, what we're going to be doing is installing some parts that have just arrived from Japan. I've got this HPI front mount intercooler kit, HKS mushroom filter, and a KTS aluminium intake pipe. The HPI intercooler piping is polished, so it should look pretty cool once it's all fitted. I thought I'd take this opportunity to make a stencil for the intercooler core. To do this, what I did was I actually used my vinyl cutter to cut out the lettering, placed it in the middle of the intercooler, measured it all up, make sure everything was all good, and then masked around so we didn't have any overspray. Removing the backing from the vinyl was a little bit of a tedious process just because of how intricate the design was, but with a little bit of patience we managed to get it off. Now we're all ready for paint. I hit it with a coat of primer just to make sure that the paint does stay on there. Pulled it outside to dry and then hit it with the black paint. Because it's an intercooler, I tried to go from all directions just to make sure that it did go into every little fine fin. Alright, let's get to installing some of these parts. Because the car is a little bit low, it is hard to fit a jack under there, so I did buy these Cusco ramps, which are pretty awesome actually, because once the car is actually on the ramp, you can remove the rear half and then make it a little bit easier to fit the jack under there. As you can see here, once I remove that, the jack just goes straight under. I removed the front wheels off the car so I can have better access to removing the bolts that hold the front bumper on. And then also pop these little clips off the front. Once all clips and nuts and bolts have been removed, the front bumper should come off pretty easily. I do have my dad helping me here today. It's always a good time when I can have my dad with me, just playing around with some cars. By no means I'm a mechanic, I know exactly what I'm doing, but I've got basic knowledge. Some things take me a little bit longer, but it's all a learning curve, I guess, right? Anyway, removing everything from here, all the stock intercooler, stock intake pipe, and everything, just so we can make way for all the new stuff. The most daunting thing that I've done on the car so far, and that's drilling a hole to fit the front mount intercooler pipe. The instructions were pretty good. They do tell you exactly where the hole will be, so we just used a hole saw. Drilled a pilot hole first. And then hit it with the hole saw. Took it really nice and slow to make sure that we didn't go through or wreck anything. By this point, the paint had dried on the intercooler, so the fun part of peeling the stencil off and seeing how it looks. I think it looks pretty cool. I would have gone a little bit bigger, but this is nice and subtle, so nice little personal touch to the S15. With an empty engine bay, hole in the battery tray, I guess we're all ready to start fitting everything up. Here we're just screwing in the intercooler core. For anyone that is going to be doing this, just to let you know, there is a lot of alignment that you need to do to get these perfectly straight. So you do it up loosely, start fitting up the intercooler piping. Just using a drill to tighten up my hose clamps, make it a little bit easier. Then the intake pipe.
Alright.
Airflow meter is on, and top intercooler pipe going in. Yeah, like that. Second last intercooler pipe. And now the last piece. What I don't show in this video is that there is 2 brackets on the bottom of the intercooler core, which bolt into an original support. So you just need to align them perfectly. Play around with intercooler piping until it is level and straight. Now tired and hungry, the engine bay is complete. Everything is installed. We have started up, we've run it, and there's no boost leaks, which is good. The battery, I did have terminals were the wrong way around, so I have temporarily put the battery like this as I need to take the car tomorrow. It is safe and none of the terminals are touching. But this is the completed look. As you can see, the stencil looks pretty cool. Intercooler tucks nicely in there, and the piping is, yeah, really good fitting. Can't really complain. Time to put the bumper on and see exactly what needs trimming. Bumpers usually do need trimming after you fit intercooler, as the intercooler core and the piping can sometimes interfere with the bumper, but considering this is fiberglass, pretty easy to trim, so we're just working out exactly what needs trimming and where. Next time I probably would have put some tape down and then marked the tape and cut that, but this worked fine and there was no paint chips, which was pretty cool. Time to put everything back on with the bumper fitting all nice. Drop it to the ground and pack up for the night. So here we are at my friend Atid's house. Dropped by because I need to get the guards rolled on the S15. For those who don't know, Atid is pretty much the best guard roller in Melbourne, and probably wouldn't trust anybody else with my car. So this is Atid's S15. It's pretty awesome. It's got a 2.2 litre Garrett high mount turbo, Group EM intake, making a lot of power. It's got a Vertex Lang aero as well, including the canards. Ganador mirrors, and all of the really cool bits. Ever since I've known Atid, he's always had some really cool cars, including this 180SX, and of course his previous S15. So he's always been into good wheels, always been into good style, and he's always been a good friend. This is Atid very carefully rolling my front fenders. Didn't want to go too wide on them, just wanted to roll the inner lip up just so the wheels that I have don't scrape. And this is the rear. It's heated and then rolled. Again, same process, didn't want anything too big, just wanted the guards rolled. Back on the ground, did lower the rear a little bit more, so it's sitting just that little bit nicer, but I think I can go a little bit lower all round. If you need your guards done, I definitely would recommend hitting up a tit at Melbourne Guard Rolling. Finally a nice day here in Melbourne. Thought I'd take this opportunity to install some parts on the car and give it a wash. Got some Yashio factory and Cusco parts. Also some Nismo indicators, so yeah, let's install. When I installed the Cusco cooling panel, I did notice that because it doesn't have the original bumper, I couldn't attach it to the 3 bolts which hold the front down, so I only had these 2 points, which was a little bit loose, but I've since replaced it with some tighter ones, so it works well. This is installing the Yashio factory engine damper. Just a cool little 2000s piece to dress up the engine bay a little bit. Tightening it all up so it's nice and snug. Fitting the Cusco strut bar. And replacing the oil cap with a Yashio factory one. Notorious problem with old Silvias is the fuse box lettering does fade, so replaced it with a Yashio factory sticker. Remove the orange original indicators and replace them with some Smoke Nismo ones that I got when I was at Amori factory recently. Just a cool little souvenir that I can drive around with. Pretty happy with the way that it's coming out so far. Plenty more to do, but yeah, pretty happy. Right, I have to admit one thing, I know absolutely nothing about washing cars. That's why I gave my friend Elijah a call. He runs a business called TTD, and yeah, he comes to you and details your car, so this is him giving it a bit of a clean. Again, I know nothing about this stuff, but I guess it looks kind of cool. Now the car's all clean, thought I'd take this opportunity to put a fresh Moon Eyes air freshener and hang it from the mirror. Absolutely over the moon at how the car turned out. I definitely would not have been able to do this by myself, but it looks really good.